Welcome to our new session. Today I am taking class 10 chapter 6 ratio and proportion. Tell me what are ratio, you have studied it in previous classes. Tell me what are ratios. Ratios are, what is ratio means? Ratio means it is the comparison. It is the comparison of two quantities of same kind. Okay, what is ratio? You are studying it from 6th standard onwards, and ratio means it is the comparison of two quantities of same kind. In mathematics we are using ratios in numbers. Okay, so if x and y are two numbers, then ratio means how many times x contains in y. How many times x contains in y. Then tell me what is it? It is fraction. Okay, it is fraction. That is, ratio means it is the simplest form of the fraction. Clear? Ratio means it is the simplest form of the fraction. Simplest form means what? Lowest form. That is, ratio means simplest form or lowest form of the fraction. Then how can we denote ratios? That is, ratio x and y we can denote using this simple x is to y. Okay, this is x is to y. And the first term of every ratio is called antecedent. What it is called? Antecedent. And second term is called consequent. Second term is called consequent. So the things you have to remember. Ratio means it is the comparison of two quantities, and it is the lowest term of a fraction, and we can denote a ratio as x is to y, and x is called antecedent and y is called consequent. Okay, for example, 2 is to 3 and 5 is to 8. Now tell me, in this ratio which are antecedents? Which numbers are antecedents? It is the first term of the ratio, no? So 2 and 5. 2 and 5 are antecedents. Antecedents, and 3 and 8 are consequents. So these are the main things you have to remember in this ratio part. Okay, ratios form is x by y. X is the antecedent and y is the consequent, and it is the simplest form of a fraction. It is the simplest or lowest form of the fraction. Okay, take your book and note it down. Next types of ratio. First one, compound ratio. Okay, that is for two or more ratios. The ratio between the product of antecedents to the product of consequent is called compound ratios. Here, A, B and C, D. A is to B and C is to D are two ratios. Okay, then which are the antecedents in these ratios? Antecedents means first term. So A and C are the antecedents. Okay, so A into C is to make the ratio between B into B into D. So if the product of antecedents make a ratio to the product of consequence, then we can say they are compound ratios. They are compound ratios of the given ratios. Clear? For example, I am taking 2 is to 3 and 4 is to 5. Okay, two ratios. So then which are the antecedents here? Antecedents is equal to, antecedents are 2 and 4. Then Which are the consequence? Consequence are last term 3 and 5. Then product of antecedents is equal to 2 into 4 is equal to 8. Makes the ratio to the consequence. Consequence means 3 into 5, 15. So the compound ratio is 8 is to 15. It is the compound ratio. Clear? Next one, duplicate ratio. Duplicate means if A is to B is a ratio, another A is to, that is like ratio, okay? Equal ratio, like ratio A or equal ratio. That is equal to A is to B, and A is to B are two ratios. It is the compound ratio of two equal ratios, okay? Both ratios are same. A is to B, A is to B. Then taking the antecedents, A into A is to B into B, that is equal to A square is to B square. That is duplicate ratio means we are making the ratio as squares. Okay, it is the squared ratio of the given ratio. It is the squared ratio of the given ratio. For example, 2 is to 3 is the given ratio. Then duplicate ratio is equal to duplicate ratio. What is duplicate ratio? Duplicate ratio is the squared ratio. That is equal to 2 square is to 3 square. Implies 4 is to 9. Okay. Then next one, triplicate ratio. Triplicate ratio means we are taking 3 equal ratios. That is A is to B, A is to B, A is to B. And taking their antecedents and making it cube. That is A cube is to B cube. Okay, here I am taking the same example, 2 is to 3. Then the triplicate ratio of 2 is to 3 is, take the cube of the given ratio. 2 cube is to 3 cube. Implies what is 2 cube? 8 is to 3 cube is 27. This is the triplicate ratio. Clear? Okay, take your notebook and write this. Next property, subduplicate ratio. We have studied what is duplicate ratio. We are squaring the ratio. Okay, but in subduplicate ratio means we are finding out the square root of the given ratio. For example, 4 is to 9. We are finding square root of 4 and square root of 9. That is equal to 2 is to 3. Therefore, the subduplicate ratio of 4 is to 9 is 2 is to 3. Okay, that is the converse of duplicate ratio. Similarly, subtriplicate ratio. Same way, we are finding the cube root of the given numbers. Here, the given numbers are ratio is 8 is to 27. So, find the cube root of that ratios. That is cube root of 8 is to cube root of 27. That is equal to 2 is to 3. That is converse of triplicate ratio. Clear? Next one, reciprocal ratio. What is the reciprocal of 2 by 7? Tell me. What is the reciprocal of 2 by 7? It is equal to 7 by 2. Okay. So we can write this as 2 is to 7 because it is the lowest form. Okay. That is equal to, then the reciprocal is, tell me, 7 is to 2. Reciprocal is 7 is to, here 2 by 7, reciprocal 7 by 2. So 2 is to 7 is 7 is to 2. Similarly, look at here. If x is to y is the reciprocal. Reciprocal means, what is the reciprocal of x? 1 by x. And what is the reciprocal of y? 1 by y. Where x and y not equal to 0. Why? Because we know that in the denominator, if it comes 0, it is meaningless. Okay. So 1 by x is to 1 by y. That means 1 by x. A fraction, this is to means divided by. A fraction divided by another fraction means the first fraction multiplied by its reciprocal. What is the reciprocal of 1 by y? That is y by 1. That is equal to y by x. So the ratio is y is to x. Okay, no need to do all these things. You just remember the reciprocal of x is to y is to x. Okay, the reciprocal of x is to y is to x. That is x is to y is 1 by x is to 1 by y, that is equal to, y is to x. That is equal to y is to x. The reciprocal ratio of x is to y is to x. Clear? Okay. Then tell me, what is the reciprocal ratio of 2 is to 3? The reciprocal ratio of 2 is to 3 is reciprocal ratio of 2 is to 3 is 3 is to 2. Okay? Good. So take your notebook and write duplicate, subduplicate and subtriplicate and reciprocal ratio. Okay? Next, solving problems. That is, if a is to b equal to 5 is to 3, find 5a minus 3b divided by 5a plus 3b. How we are writing a is to b? A is to b is of the form 5 is to 3. This is given in ratio, so we have to make it as numbers. But we don't know the constant value here. So we are taking, let x be the constant. Okay, so the numbers are 5x and next one 3x. 5x and 3x. So here a is equal to 5x, b is equal to 3x. So our numbers are 5x and 3x. That is, a is equal to 5x, b is equal to 3x. Now substitute these values in the given equation, given form. Okay, that is 5a minus 3b. 5a minus 3b. 5. Then tell me what is a. A is 5x. So I am substituting a as 5x minus 3 into, what is b? What is b? B is 3x. So writing here 3x divided by 5 into again a. A is equal to 5x and plus 3 into b. What is b? B is 3x. So writing here 3x. Okay, that is equal to 5 into 5x, 25x. Minus 3 into 3x, 9x. Divided by 25x plus 9x. Okay, that is equal to, what is 25x minus 9x? 16x. Divided by 34x. Now x and x, in between these two multiplications sign is the 16x means 16 into x. So we can cancel. Okay, there is no plus or minus sign, so we can cancel this x. So cancelling this x, we will get 16 by 34. That is equal to 16 by 34. Now you make this as the simplest form. I am always using prime factorization method because I think it is easy. Okay, 8 to 16, 1 to 2, 7 to 14. 8 by 17, that is, we can write this as 18. 8 is to 17. Always remember to write in the form of a ratio, that is 8 is to 17. Okay, clear? Any doubt in this question? That is, first a is to b ratio is given. So we don't know the constant value. So we take it as x and make a is equal to 5x and b equal to 3x. After that, substituting these values in the given form. Right here, substitute the value of a and b in, put this equation 1 in 1. Okay, not equation, this ratio. Okay, that is x, you will get 8:17. Clear? Next question. If a minus b is to a plus b is equal to 1:11, find 5a plus 4b plus 15 is to 5a minus 4b plus 3. Okay? That is a minus b is to means divided by a plus b is equal to 1/11. Okay? Then we have to find the value of a and b. No? So cross multiply this. That is division. When we take division to left side, it will become multiplication. Okay, I am taking this 11 here. So 11 a minus b is equal to 1 into a plus b. I am taking the denominator to the right side. That is division will become multiplication. So 11a minus 11b equal to a plus b. Okay. That is equal to 11a minus, I am taking a from right to left means subtract. When we take, if this is the LHS side, left hand side and RHS right hand side, and here when we take addition to RHS side, it will become subtraction. Subtraction will become addition. Multiplication will become division. And division will become multiplication. Okay. So look at here. I am taking minus a here, minus a. Then taking this part to right hand side, that is 11b. Minus will become positive. 11b plus b. That is 10a is equal to 12b. Now I am taking this b here, that is a by b equal to 12 by 10. A by b equal to 12 by 10, that is equal to 12 means 6 by 5. Dividing by 2. Both numerator and denominator you will get 6 by 5. It is the lowest term, that is a is to b equal to 6 is to 5. Now a is to b, you got 6 is to 5. So the numbers are 6x and 5x. 6x and 5x. Clear? Now take your ratio and for a you substitute 6x and b 5x. That is a is equal to 6x and b is equal to 5x. Substitute this value in the given ratio. That is 5a. What is a? A is 6x. 5 into 6x plus 4 into 5x plus 15 divided by 5 into 6x minus 4 into 5x plus 3. That is equal to 30x. 6 5s are 30x plus 20x plus 15 divided by 30x minus 20x plus 3. Okay? That is 30x plus 20x is equal to 50x plus 15 divided by 30x minus 20x. That is equal to 10x plus 3. Okay? Now you can take 50 and 15. Both are multiples of 5. So you can take the common number 5 outside. That is 5 into 10x plus 3 divided by 10x plus 3. Cancelling these two, we will get 5 by 1. That is equal to 5 is to 1. Okay, 5 is to 1. Clear? Next question, find the number which bears the same ratio to 7 by 33. So, you take, let the number be x. that is this number is unknown value, so let the number be x. X is to 7 by 33. That 8 by 21 does to 4 by 9. That is equal to 8 by 21 is to 4 by 9. This is our given question. That is, find the number which bears the same ratio to 7 by 33. That 8 by 21 does to 4 by 9. 8 by 21 does to 4 by 9. 8 by 21 is to 4 by 9 equal to 7 by 33 is to something. Clear? Not 7 by 33 is to something. Something is to 7 by 33. Okay? That is the same ratio to 7 by 33 that 8 by 21 does to 4 by 9. Okay, so our ratio is x is to 7 by 33 equal to 8 by 21 is to 4 by 9. Okay, now how can we write this ratio? That is a ratio, we can write it as the form of fraction. So x divided by 7 by 33 equal to 8 by 21 divided by, put a long line, okay, draw a long line, okay, to separate the fraction. 8 by 21 divided by 4 by 9. Okay, so a number or what is x? X is also a fraction. How can we write x as fraction? The fraction form of x is x by 1. The fraction form of x is x by 1. So we can write this x as x by 1 divided by 7 by 33 equal to 8 by 21 divided by 4 by 9. Clear? Okay. Then that implies x by a fraction divided by another fraction means a fraction divided by another fraction means the given fraction multiplied by its reciprocal. Okay, always remember it. A fraction, you are studying it from 5th standard onwards. Okay, a fraction divided by another fraction means the given fraction multiplied by its reciprocal. So, x by 1 into what is the reciprocal of 7 by 33? 33 by 7 equal to 8 by 21 into reciprocal of 4 by 9 is 9 by 4. Okay, now 1 4 4, 2 4 8. Okay, 3 3 9, 7 3 21. So we can write implies 33 by 7x equal to 2 into 3 divided by 7. Okay, look at here. No addition sign or subtraction sign between these terms. Here also only multiplication sign is there. So we can cancel 7 from there itself. So I am cancelling this 7. Okay, implies 33x is equal to 2 into 3. Okay, 33x is equal to 2 into 3. Again, 3 is here, no addition or subtraction signs between them. So we can cancel from here itself. So we can cancel these 3, 1, 3, 3, 11, 3, 33. 1, 3, 3, 11, 3, 33. Okay, implies 11x is here, 2 is here. That is 11x is equal to 2 implies x is equal to 2 by 11. You have to find the value of the number. That is, the number is 2 by 11. Clear? Next, sixth question. If m plus n divided by m plus 3n is equal to 2 by 3, find 2n square by 3m square plus mn. That is, here take this, then cross multiply. That is 3m, 3 into m, 3m plus 3 into n, 3n equal to 2 into m, 2m plus 2 into 3n, 6n. Okay, is equal, that is 3m minus 2n, 2m is equal to 6n minus 3n. So 3m minus 2m equal to 6n minus 3n. That is 3m minus 2m is m and 6n minus 3n is 3n. Okay. That is m is equal to 3n. m is equal to 3n. Mark it as 1. m is equal to 3n. Okay. So next one, take this. We have to find the value of this one now. So 2n square by 3m square plus mn. m is equal to 3n we already got. So substituting the value of 1 in 2. Let us take this as 2. Okay, value of 1 in 2. That is equal to 2 into n square. 2 into n square, you write n square itself, divided by making this m, we are making the value of m and as the same variable. Other, you can take n or you can take m. Okay, here I am taking m is equal to 3n. Okay, in the case of n is equal to m by 3. That way also you can do. Okay, so 2n square by 3m square. What is 3m square? m is 3n. So 3 into m square means 3n. m square means m is 3n, 3n square. Plus again m is there, that is 3n into n. 3n into n. Okay, that is equal to 2n square divided by 339 n into n square 9 n square into 3. 3 into 9 n square plus 3n square. Okay, that is equal to 2n square by 39 27 n square plus 3n square is equal to 2n square by, what is 27 n square plus 3n square? 30 n square. 30 n square. I am cancelling this n square and n square. That is equal to 2 by 30. That is equal to 1 by 15. 1 is to 15 is our ratio. Clear?